Now, getting back to kind of the topic, you mentioned that there's a lot of sports that, football players coming into MMA, other athletes, right, in different professions, maybe Olympic athletes, whatever, coming into MMA, right? Yeah. And that's something that, when it wasn't as mainstream, that didn't happen as much. You didn't see people crossing these sport lines, right, to compete in MMA. But with the growth of the sport, more people, you have so many places to train, not only in the US, right, but international now. You have so many places to train. You have a lot of people in the community that, like you said, do more research, know how to train, a lot more experience because the sport's growing. So like the previous generation, they can give back to the younger athletes who's going to compete, right? Mm-hmm. And that's kind of how sports tend to grow. Yeah. When you think about that, what is it that you see from the time you started, right? The opportunities, I guess, the coaching and everything, to what it is now? Everything from, you have like Ultimate Fighter, you have all of these other smaller, I guess, organizations that fighters can start at, get seen, right? Get film on them, and they get picked up by your bigger organizations, right? What is that like now with the opportunity for someone to actually enter and compete professionally in MMA?
Easy, simple, not easy, but simple. Mm-hmm. Back then, in anything from TV shows to professional, just anything with professional athleticism and all that, bro, is in order to have this, Mike, you needed to be somebody, you needed to know something. Now, this day and age, everybody can get a mic and a camera, that's and true. Have exposure. But it's how you do it and what you do with it now, right? And that's the thing, right? 20 years ago, it was hard to get in front of the TV. It's like you had to be NBC, that's CBS, true. Right? It's like everybody needed. It was hard to get this mic, bro, and get TV time. Now exposure is so much more easy, and it's so much more easy to connect with people and learn things now. So that's why things is growing, man. That in every aspect, from the business way to the martial arts to all these things, is like it's inevitable, right? But I think that's where all the politics come in with exposure, because now we got Jake Paul and an ex-UFC champ fighting, which isn't bad. I'm just saying it's a different time back. Right? You know what I mean? Like whatever they doing. That's their thing. But like I said, everybody got a mic now. Yeah. Right? And the different times and how you use it. You know, and a lot of people know how to utilize it, and a lot of people won't. And that's just the times right now, bro. Exposure and attention. Like, and you gotta know how to do that. Look at that kid, that won the Olympics. What's his name? Gable Stevenson. Gable Stevenson. Okay. He won. 21-year-old won wrestling Olympics, right? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, and then he tweeted to Dana White. That simple, and it went viral. That shit broke the internet. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Exposure, bro. It's easy. That is 20 years ago, you couldn't do that and be like, what? Like, huh? Like, okay.
10 years ago, maybe we couldn't even do that if you think about it.
So a decade ago, right? Which is a blink of an eye. That's yesterday, bro. 10 years ago.
For us, it's yesterday.
Even
think about this, because like we're in my garage right now with cameras set up, soundboard, mics, and it's like, I wouldn't have this opportunity
20 years ago, 10 years ago.
Even now, I wouldn't have this opportunity unless I did this myself, right? But it's easy, like you said, to get cameras, to do this, to set it up. Yeah, it takes some work, takes some investment, but this is kind of like my professional sport, sharing this information, sharing the content.
Your professionalism,
Yeah, and it's good that you say that, because the times have changed so much that everyone can get seen, get the exposure, that it was virtually impossible to get that kind of exposure before. Like how you said, someone sent a tweet, someone posted a little video, some organization starts to promote one of their fighters, right? It starts to pick up steam a lot faster than even, I would say, 5-10 years ago. That didn't happen, right?